In July of 2021, I deleted all of my social media. No TikTok, no Snapchat, no Instagram, and no Facebook. I originally did this because I needed to refocus on my nursing board exams after failing the first time. But honestly, after realizing how helpful it had been, I just decided to keep going. So a year later, I've pretty much been completely off of social media other than having to go back on and promote things like my music for a couple weeks, and then I just delete everything all over again. And I'm not one for hyperboles, but this has been one of the most life-changing things that I think I've ever done, and here's what happened. So when I first deleted everything last summer, as I was physically taking things off of my phone, it felt so good. It felt like I was cleaning my phone out. And in the first 2 months I was studying for my nursing board exam, I would pick up my phone, open it to check Instagram, and then when I realized it wasn't there, I would get really disappointed. The first 2 months just made me realize how addicted I was to my phone. It wasn't even a choice that I was making to pick up my phone and check something with a purpose. It was just a click that happens that says, pick up your phone, you're gonna check social media. And it was kind of scary knowing that I was completely oblivious to the fact that this was something in complete control over me, whether I liked it or not. And so after sitting down a year later and thinking about the journey that this year has been, here are the 5 lessons that I learned throughout this process. One of the things that I worried about prior to deleting social media was this idea that I was going to miss out on the things that were happening in my friends' lives. But in reality, that could not have been further from the truth, because what I realized that social media really caters, at least in my experience, to these really superficial relationships. I mean, if you looked at my Instagram, I'm following so many people that I barely know, or people that I'm really not that close to anymore. After getting rid of my social media, I made more of an effort to reach out to the people that I was actually close to and really cater to those relationships. Number 2, I was less distracted. As I mentioned before, the first 2 months was completely ridiculous. I would get distracted so much just because I would have this urge to pick up my phone. And I couldn't even imagine picking up my phone and actually having something to look at for hours and hours and hours at a time. And this meant that whenever I was doing something more geared towards my passions, things I found fun, I was a lot more focused and I could continue doing that activity for a longer amount of time. 3, I compared myself less to other people. That social media is a game of you just showing the highlights of your life. So when people are showing the best aspects of their lives and they're doing things that you're not doing or have things that you don't have, it's very easy to fall into comparison. And so without social media, it's literally just you. You can just focus on yourself and just focus on becoming a better person and being content with who you are and where you're going and what you're doing. Another thing with comparison is I found myself caring a lot less about the opinions of others. I always had the urge to, whenever I was doing something, I'd be like, okay, look at this cool thing that I'm doing. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Part of that is definitely because I'm actually doing a cool thing and I'm excited about it. But obviously some aspect of it is some sort of validation, social validation. After deleting social media, there's a lot less of that. I can enjoy doing the cool stuff and not posting about it. And it's honestly made me seek a lot more of that inner confidence as opposed to trying to outsource it as a source of validation from other people. 4, my days feel so much longer. I'm a lot more present without social media. If you're spending 5 hours every single day on YouTube, on Instagram, that's a lot of hours to be not spent being in the real world. And being more present means that I can focus on the relationship that I have with people. Being more present means that I can work a lot more on my music. I can work a lot more on this YouTube channel. I can work a lot more on the things outside of social media, the things outside of work that make me happy. And with being more present, I realize that it's helped with memory too, because whenever I'm doing something cool or I see a really cool view, my first instinct isn't just to go, ooh, let me go take a video of it so I can show people. I just am present with the moment. 5, my mood has definitely been a lot better. In a direct way, it is an addiction, because whenever you're doing anything on social media, you're getting all these likes, you're getting all these social cues, all of this positive feedback from your followers, and it feels good. It's a dopamine hit. So whenever you're getting this consistently, it feels good, but then whenever you're not, you're a lot more irritable, and that happened to me. So it took a little bit of time for me to completely get away from that cycle, and then you'll get to the point where I'm at now, where I don't necessarily really need to check anything. And indirectly, my mood was being affected because I was so distracted to the point that, like I said, I wasn't doing the things that I really wanted to be doing. I wasn't making music as much as I wanted to. I wasn't making videos as much as I wanted to. I was giving up on my dreams, and I felt that I had no control over the outcome. It was just hard to decrease my time on it. It was either I keep it and I continued the path that I was on, or I just delete it completely and start anew. Obviously, social media is not all bad. If we are a lot more purposeful with how we use it, and you have a lot of self-control over your usage, then I don't really foresee it being that much of an issue. But if you're somebody like me who gets caught up in the algorithms, I don't know, then maybe try decreasing your social media usage a little bit, or having like social media breaks. Maybe you can delete it for a day, delete it for a week, and see how you feel and see if you feel any better. For me, the outcome was very, very positive. I am the most peaceful I feel like I've ever been. I only ever really need to be on it after I choose to be on it. Right now, I feel like I'm actually using it as just a tool as opposed to it being in complete control over my life and my actions. So just take what you will from this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little talk. Hit that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and comment down below whether or not you have social media and whether or not you're thinking about getting a little break. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.